It is 9:45 on this Saturday morning. It is time for Imagine It. Carl Nelson's here from the Imagination Station, and I see safety glasses, so I'm going to take your word on this one. I'm going to put these on.
Yes.
What are you doing today?
Well, at the Science Center, we do a demonstration about combustion
Okay.
and about fire safety. And so I brought a couple of those components today because I think a lot of people realize things like gasoline or paint thinner, the liquids are flammable, right?
Right,
Don't put
sure.
a match next to it. But what they don't realize is that the vapors are often more insidious because you can't see them. And they're just
okay.
as flammable. So inside this flask here, I have some hexane, and it's very volatile. It's like an organic solvent. This whole thing is filled up with heavier than air vapors. Okay, I've got a little candle over here. I want to give you an idea what could happen if a gasoline spill or a paint thinner spill were to tumble across the floor, go down the stairs, maybe hit your pilot light on a water heater or something like that. So again, I can't really pour the liquid out because of the design of the beaker here.
Okay.
But those heavier than air vapors are
I'm seeing them.
falling down inside our beaker here, and at some point, and this is what makes it so dangerous, is you never quite know when they're going to ignite.
I'm a little bit nervous, Carl.
And sometimes,
Oh,
there we
wow.
go.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
And so that's the danger of actually the vapors. People don't think about that.
Sure.
They're cleaning up the liquid spill, and then when the vapors come along, they can flash back and head right back over to the liquid spill, and then ignite the person who's trying to clean it up.
Gotcha.
So, okay, so that's heavier than air vapors.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Firefighters also have to worry about things that are lighter than air. If in your home you have natural gas for your water heater or your
sure.
stove, that's 99% methane. Methane is lighter than air. And so I brought with me some methane here, and we're going to do a little experiment. I should point out this is not something to try at home.
Right.
Right?
Noted. Okay.
We're only going to do this here or at the Science Center. But what I'd like you to do is get your hand wet by
Okay.
dipping it in this beaker of water.
Okay.
Just get it all the way down in there. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some vapor, some bubbles,
Should I
should
take
say.
this out or keep it in there?
You can take it out.
Okay.
You just want to get it wet.
All right.
For a couple of reasons. One is I'm going to have you scoop up these bubbles that are filled with flammable methane gas.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Let me get a big bundle of them though,
Okay.
first. And the other thing we're going to do is light them on fire with your wet hand.
Great.
So go ahead and grab as many of those as you can. Maybe kind of burrow your hand down into the beaker.
Okay.
And you just want to have them right on the top of your hand. Just sort of scoop them down in there. Okay,
Is that
nice.
good enough?
Well, okay.
Okay.
That's
All
pretty
right,
good.
Carl.
Okay, so just go ahead and hold your hand flat. And what we're going to do here is we're going to ignite the bubbles.
You're going to essentially light me on fire.
Well, a
All
couple
right.
things. Because your hand is wet, it has a great capacity to insulate your hand.
Okay.
And the gas is lighter than air, so it's going to go up into the air. So here we go.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That was a little bit
So
warm.
you didn't really feel anything in your hand, right? Maybe a little warm.
No, just a little warmth, but I think it was more just me freaking myself
Just
out.
freaking
but
out
yeah,
because
yeah.
of the
No,
flames
I'm
happening
good.
in front of you. So go ahead and try that one more time. Let's see
Okay,
if we can.
let's do
this
it
time,
again.
Yeah, try to get as many bubbles as you can. Scoop from the
Okay.
front and then go back down into the back. Now again, this is not something you'd want to try at home, but this is something that firefighters would have to worry about. If they come into a building with a natural gas leak, those vapors can be up in the air.
Sure.
It should be very dangerous. So again, 3, 2, 1.
Wow. That's
All right.
cool.
Because your hand is coated with water, it protects it. Because the vapors are lighter than air, they travel away, the flame goes away, you're completely safe.
Neat. And I love how we always use dish soap to protect ourselves. I like that.
Well, to make the bubbles,
Right,
but
sure.
certainly, you know,
Okay.
burn off the
So
excess
again,
methane.
though, something that firefighters really have to think about when they're going into a home where there could be some sort of
Absolutely.
gas leak.
They don't know if you have gasoline or paint thinner, which could be heavier than air vapors, or natural gas leak, which could have the vapors overhead, which could then ignite. So you got to work on both fronts, or down to near the ground, up overhead. So it can be very dangerous.
Interesting. All right. Well, I like that one. And if this is something that you would like to check out, you do these experiments from time to time at the Science Center.
We do this
correct?
every day. We do a combustion demonstration every day, talk about fire safety, how to use a fire extinguisher, safety tips, and just what it takes to create combustion.
Wonderful.
Definitely
All
check
right.
it out.
Carl Nelson, thanks so much for stopping out. And if you'd like to visit the Imagination Station, they are open today from 10 to 5 and tomorrow from noon to 5. And just a reminder, Lucas County residents, the children.
12 and under get in free on Saturdays.
Wonderful. All right, Carl.